Our first story of today is warning of world war as Russia wants to ignite a war in the Middle East. So, we have data that clearly proves that Russia is interested in igniting a war in the Middle East, so that a new source of pain and suffering undermines the unity of the world. Furthermore, he warns of the impending possibility of a global conflict in his evening video message. Zelensky emphasizes that past World War began with local aggressions, citing the attacks of the militant Hamas on Israel as an example regarding the claim that Russia is interested in escalating the situation in the Middle East. He does not provide specific information. However, Zelensky mentions the open support of Moscow's Iranian allies for those who attacked Israel. Additionally, he accuses Russian propagandists close to the Kremlin of, I can't say that word, because of the violence against Israel regarding the Russian war of aggression against Ukraine. He has repeatedly accused Iran of supporting Moscow in its terror using drones and other weapons. These statements have not yet been verified and or confirmed by an independent party, therefore they should be considered with caution in war. It can be advantageous for conflicting parties to deliberately spread misinformation to strengthen their own positions or weaken the opponents. So, in the Ukrainian's president's mind, he thinks that Vladimir Putin is going to spark another world war in the Middle East, which is where the newest war, Israel versus Gaza, is happening right now. So I guess Russia will be involved in that war to spark another world war, and at least to attempt to. So I'm hoping, because of this news, Vladimir Putin is assassinated ASAP to stop another world war. That's the only answer now. But moving on to another story, Ukraine and Russia war latest. China rebukes Russia over missile attack on funeral. China has rebuked Russia over a missile attack at a funeral in Ukraine that killed 52 people. Zheng Shuang, China's deputy ambassador, said Beijing finds the heavy civilian casualties in the attack on the village concerning. Which, yeah, it is concerning, but Russia going after a funeral in Ukraine, it's nothing. It's no surprise there, because they're literally currently at war. But they said that it is concerning, to say the least, which is sickening. Don't know about anything else, but it is sickening going after funeral goers who are just literally saying goodbye to a late loved one. It is a sickening act by Russia, going after a funeral. But it's not a surprise, because they're currently at war with Ukraine, so they're going to go after anything, whether it's morally right or morally wrong. They already have done it Vladimir Putin has already done a war crime, so he does not give any fucks about people attending a funeral. Nothing is untouchable in Ukraine when it comes to Russia. And the last story, 3 people arrested as Palestinian and Israeli supporters clash in London. Police have arrested 3 people after Palestinian supporters clashed with pro-Israeli groups after a rally in West London. At least 5,000 people attended the Palestinian demonstration and only 3 people have been arrested, which is pretty decent number. That means only 3 out of 5,000 was causing trouble at this demonstration. It happened at the Israeli embassy this evening at around 6 p.m, which it hasn't been 6 p.m, so it wouldn't have been this evening, I mean last evening, but I've just I've just been made aware of this, what's happening in London. So it seems like Palestinians and Israeli people, it was a Palestinian demonstration, but Israeli people attended that because of the current war, so I guess they wanted to counter it or have a debate in public about it and confront them about some things, when people over here have nothing to do with the war that's going on in Israel. We couldn't prevent it. It was some scumbags from Gaza that decided to break into Israel on apparently it's like this car thing, that a paraglide. Apparently they paraglided into Israel and they started to shoot people, and they went to a concert and people had to take cover. Even news presenters had to take cover, I've been made aware of. But yeah, but I guess they just wanted to have an open debate in public, like confronting each other about the current war situation happening in Israel, when nobody in this country has anything to do with that. It's the scumbags from Gaza that decided to go after Israel. Nobody in London or in this whole country had anything to do with this current war. So you can keep up with the news, but why argue and why argue and cause more hate for the world? The world is too hateful as it is with all these wars, so what we need is to spread more love and more peace rather than hate and violence. But that's it for the news. I'm going to just talk about the Cowboys the other night losing 42-10 against the 49ers. So what happened in this game? First and foremost, Brock Purdy launches the ball at George Kittle, who was waiting in the end zone for the first touchdown of the night. Tony Pollard gets tackled and the ball comes out and is recovered by Kevin Givens for the 49ers. So there was many fumbles and many touchdowns for me to talk about. Brock Purdy, that was just unfortunate what happened to Tony Pollard. The ball just comes out after getting tackled. That is just unlucky, in my opinion. Brock Purdy launches the ball to George Kittle again, who runs it to the end zone for the second touchdown of the night. George Kittle was having an amazing game. If you missed it, then it is on YouTube, over on the NFL YouTube channel. Dak Prescott launches the ball to Turpin. By the time he caught the ball, he was already in the end zone for the Cowboys touchdown. And you might have thought, why did I do a big pause just then? Because I'm reading like my notes and I don't want to miss any part of the game for you, because it was an amazing game. I want to give you all the facts that happened in this game. The third 49ers touchdown of the night goes to McCaffrey. So After the Cowboys touchdown for the only time in the game, that was their only one touchdown. The third 49ers touchdown of the night went to McCaffrey. There was quite a lot of bodies around him, I'm pretty sure, when the Cowboys were trying to defend, but apparently he got into the end zone, but there was so many bodies I didn't even see that touchdown. So I missed at least one touchdown last night. Brandon Aubrey scores a Cowboys field goal, making the scoreline at the time 21-10. Brock Purdy launches the ball at George Kittle, who was waiting in the end zone again for his third touchdown of the night. He was highly on form, and so was the 49ers defense. The 49ers defense was amazing last night, not giving Cowboys an inch of yardage to get their yards in and to go to the end zone. It was like the Cowboys was running into a wall last night. The 49ers defense was so amazing, and so was George Kittle. Who wasn't amazing, however, and who was having a tough night, was Dak Prescott. Throws the ball to the wrong player. Gibson makes his first interception of the night. Brock Purdy passes the ball to Kyle, who steps inside the end zone for another 49ers touchdown. So apparently I got a touchdown last night. Now it was Kyle, but it was a different Kyle. He had a really like Polish kind of last name. I couldn't read his last name, that's why I'm just calling him Kyle. It wasn't me, it was a different Kyle. Dak Prescott plays a simple pass to Michael Gallup, who couldn't catch the ball, causing an interception. Yeah, Michael Gallup, I don't know what fucking happened there, but he's a professional football player. Gets a simple pass played to him, but he just couldn't catch it, and it falls to a 49ers defender who catches it and starts to make yardage. And then the final touchdown of the night happens. It goes to Jordan Mason, who just runs the ball home into the end zone, and that is his night done. Dak Prescott forgets which team he was playing for and plays the ball to Oren Burks, causing another interception. Dak Prescott was so, like, I think his brain was melting or something, because that is one too many friggin' interceptions that was caused by him. One of them caused by Michael Gallup. But anyway, that is it for me today. I'm going to go because, as you can hear, I'm really ill now. So I'm going to go. I've got a sore throat and I think I'm losing my voice. So I don't think there's going to be another video for a few days. So see ya.